Hi there, it's Adam Call again with more cartoon show business news for you. Just thought it'd be nice to help Vale 94 do some of his job for him. I mean, he's made videos before about the animators and voice actors in Space Jam 2, or animators and Grings and Hammer voice actors in Sonic the Hedgehog, or celebrities not being credited. So yeah, I have business like that to share about Bluey. Bluey is a really nice. Bluey is an Australian children's cartoon that's gotten really popular, and here in the United States, I've gotten to see it on Playhouse Disney, or it's called Disney Junior. Yeah, in the mornings you can see it on Disney Channel, and they show preschool programming in the morning. So yeah, this article is about Bluey because it's called "Bluey Star Reveals Why Fans Will Never Know Who the Voices Are Behind Bluey and Bingo." This is what I made this video to talk to you about, because it seriously baffles me that I think it's really sad that the kids who work on Bluey aren't being credited for their voice work. And I mean, I understand that wanting to protect the names and identities of your children from publicity they don't want, but in all honesty, I think they're going really too far. I think the children, the children of the Bluey kids should care about protecting their children's privacy, but I think they're going way too far by not giving them credit for voicing the main characters. Bluey Star reveals why fans will never know who the voices are behind Bluey and Bingo. The children who work on the ABC series are being very protective of that. That ABC, in the case of Bluey, stands for, it's the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, not the American Broadcasting Corporation. It's a different A. Just like how there's also BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, and then CBC for Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Okay, here it is. I'm reading the article now. Ever noticed Bluey and Bingo aren't in the end credits? The children who work on the ABC series are very protected, and star Melanie Zanetti, who voices Mum Chili, says the cast is right behind the smart decision. They're one of the most popular animated characters on TV right now, but fans have been warned that they will never know who voices Bluey's much-loved pups. Sorry, I don't do a good Australian accent. This is my best effort. According to actress Melanie Zanetti, who plays Bluey's Mum Chili, the production crew has always agreed to keep the stars behind Bluey and Bingo a secret in order to protect their identity. The Bluey production crew made the decision to protect the young cast early on. Fans will never know who plays Bluey and Bingo. If your family has binged... I'm sure you've noticed that too, right? I'm sure you've noticed that too, right? I've always noticed that in the end credits of Bluey, we get to see the names of the people who voiced the mom and the dad, but never the kids, and it's always been very baffling to me. I'll explain in a minute. If your family has binged the much-loved ABC Kids program way too many times, and perhaps even made your way through the recently dropped third season, you'll notice the end credits include all characters but the little ones. And there's a good reason why. Let me try to do Chili's voice. All the children on the show are members of the family of people in production. I am so glad that the creators on the show decided that no one would be in the credits to protect the young cast. Melanie told Kidspot exclusively. Yeah, Melanie Zanetti is the one who plays Mom Chili, and I've seen Melanie Zanetti in 2 episodes of Young Rock. She played Stephanie, I think. Is that character's name? While they weren't sure at the time of how successful the cartoon would become, Melanie says she is grateful to the creative team for thinking ahead about protecting the young cast, especially given how popular this show now is abroad. I think that was clever, and I'm so happy that, not knowing how big the show would be, they had the foresight to do it. In the long term, I think that protecting young people is so important in this industry. You read so many things about things that have happened to people working in this industry so early, and I'm so grateful to the Bluey creators for being so wise in that area. Okay, I don't really need to read the rest of the article talking about the show itself, because they're all topic, but yeah, here's my take on the topic with Bluey. You can read the article for yourself right here. I don't know how to directly show it I can't directly show things screen to screen like Valix is illuminated for most of the YouTubers can. I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm just going to show you this. So yeah, here's my take on the topic. Yeah, my mom and my film teacher, Mr. Aronson, they agree with me that the children who star in Bluey, even though their parents may have, even though the creators and producers of Bluey do have special reasons to protect their parents, I think they're going overboard. I mean, we think they're going overboard because the kids who star in Bluey deserve to be credited for their work, and the children who work in Bluey deserve to be credited for their work. And you know, it's very baffling to me that they're this concerned about privacy, because no other animated series starring child voice actors has ever done this. I mean, VeggieTales, a lot of the creators and producers of VeggieTales have children who work on this, who voice kid characters on the show, such as, the most notable example being Shelby Vischer, Ali Naraki, and Maggie Roberts, who have all voiced Annie Onion at different times during VeggieTales' run. And you know, even though most of their kids don't have any regular acting career after their performances in VeggieTales or aren't seeking to pursue one, they still get credit and recognition for the little voice work they've done in VeggieTales, because they'd probably make a big fuss if they didn't get any credit, and they aren't that concerned about protecting their privacy. You know, I'm worried that Bluey could set a dangerous precedent for other people who decide they're not going to credit their own children in what they act in, because that could be very insulting to all the hard work they did if they don't get to see the name in the credits. Because, you know, the kids who voiced Bluey and Bingo could seek an entirely different job later on in their life, and they might want to have their voice work on Bluey included on their resume to show how, you know, their long-term voice work on Bluey, to show how committed they are to how they can make such a good time commitment to any other job. You know, I mean, sure, maybe when the kids who voice Bluey and Bingo and all the other kids on Bluey are 20 years old, the credits makers could always modify the credits to include their names, which would be weird, but okay if they're going to ever credit them at all. But yeah, I think this is going overboard in protecting their privacy. I mean, look, as long as you don't show us any pictures, or as long as they stay out of any cast interviews or production interviews, I wouldn't really need to worry about. I don't think the creators and producers really have a lot to worry about if their kids' names were in the credits of Bluey, because no other animated series or movie for kids that I know of has ever tried to keep the names of the kids who play the main characters a secret. You know, that'd be really sad and insulting too. You know, it would be like if Craig of the Creek never told us who voices Craig and Jessica, or if Higglytown Heroes never gave us the names of the boys who play Wayne, Yubi, and Kip, just because they're not seeking out a regular acting career like Liliana and Mumi. You know, they'd be terrible I'd be really sad if all four of their names were left out, and the only main characters who actually get any credit are Edie McClurg for Fran, and D. Bradley Baker for Pizza Guy. So that is why I personally disagree with the creative staff of Bluey for leaving their kids out of the credits of Bluey. I mean, after all, that Monsters Inc. Because if that's the case, Monsters Inc. might as well just not credit the little girl who voiced Boo because she was the daughter of one of the storyboard artists, Rob Gibbs, Mary Gibbs. She's pursued an entirely different, probably unknown career, and that's may not be related to acting at all. But she does still like to capitalize on her fame for voicing Boo in her adult life, and she still likes to talk about Monsters Inc. And so it's a likely chance that the kids who voice Bluey and Bingo will also want to talk about someday, may also want to talk about their childhood growing up with working on Bluey, and they might disagree with the creator's decision to leave them out of the cast list. I know that if I was a child acting in any animated series or film, I'd hate to have my name be left out. Because I know there are other ways they could protect me from the public. There are much better ways they could protect me from the public than just leaving my name out of the cast list. So I don't think. So the point is, I don't think giving the names of Bluey's actors for Bluey, Bingo, and other kids in this show any credit is going to endanger them at all. There are other ways they could keep them hidden from the public outside of working on the show. Like not showing any pictures or making any interviews of them. Because in 10 years, Bluey and Bingo are probably going to be really upset that they don't have an IMDb page or even a stage name that could hide their real name in Bluey. You know what? I'd much prefer it if they just it would probably be better if they just pretended that the names of the kids voicing Bluey and Bingo were also Bluey and Bingo. That would probably be the best way to give credits to the kids who voiced Bluey and Bingo without revealing their identities if they don't want to act in anything else.